It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away they're going to stack him up. Line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
79 Broncos. Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Hardy. He's got his target. That's complete. Fights through him now, a crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the 2 of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
They'll run on 1st down. Clinton looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
60 back, yeah, 60 back.
Back to throw. Hardy. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. To the air with McCarthy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally taken down at the 34. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw McCarthy. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's McCarthy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now McCarthy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Horton, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Third down and 13. Throwing is McCarthy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's got his man. taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Hyatt from 13 yards out. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit? And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Back to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Seven, our score after one. Third down at 6. Operating from the gun, Hardy. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we're seeing in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball. But they brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
It's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Throwing to start the drive. Hardy. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
On play action, now McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Horton. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, McCarthy.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, left side.
Down to the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go now.
Now a give right side. Clinton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set go.
Operating from the gun, Hardy. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. Track at 60.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hardy. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Set. Mustang 19. Set. Go. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 range. 70 range. Ready.
Looking to throw. Hardy. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
On first down, Horton. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
On play action, McCarthy.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Point after. after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Throwing again, McCarthy.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. McCarthy. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. In motion left, the tight end.
3rd and goal, McCarthy.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
70 range, 70 range. Ready, ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Hardy. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
60 buck, yeah, 60 buck. Chap 60, chap 60. Check go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Come 19, come 19. Ready. Get up.
Looking to throw. Hardy going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 81 yards.
And the Eagles have opened the lead up to 30.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
70 Lion.
McCarthy off the play fake. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy.
Flush to his right.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18.
Here's McCarthy.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
2nd and 10. Now McCarthy.
Being chased out left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Hardy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they can't bring him down.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end.
Throwing after the interception, Hardy. Throws right side, and that's complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
To the air with McCarthy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
Complete right side to Hyatt.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Horton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. McCarthy steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now they'll empty out the backfield. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. Touchdown! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Throwing to start the drive. Hardy. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Throwing to start the drive.
McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly.
The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go.
Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And this one is right through.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. the middle they go. It's Horton. Gets past one man. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the